Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. As you tweeted, the greatest threat to Christianity are right-wing Christians who worship Jesus publicly while rejecting his teachings in the voting booth. And that seems to continue apace with their golden idol. I mean, I don't even want to say about how many points he's still ahead. This literally, and if you list all of the everything, indictments, convictions, this and that,
No, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Now let's keep it as it is, please. Listen, if these guys really want to have Donald Trump as the nominee and have an unpopular impeachment inquiry and have another government shutdown, this old Biden is going to be able to campaign in pajamas and slippers. He can wear a bathrobe on the campaign trail for this. Go right ahead. Make it easy for the old man, Republicans. I see you.
I am having a hard time even putting into words what we watched yesterday. I said to Jody, I was like, I don't get it. They had to know that their witnesses were going to say there's no grounds for impeachment, didn't they? Like, what was the point of this? They didn't know this was going to blow up in their face. Yeah.
They're doing what their master told them, Stephanie. Listen, here's the deal. I can't afford to pay my student loans. I had to have a GoFundMe for my wife's surgery. There's guns in my kid's school. The earth's getting hotter. My town is flooded. Jared Kushner took $1 billion from the Saudis. So when is Congress going to finally do something about Hunter Biden? Finally. I mean, why can't they catch him? All those crimes, but he leaves no evidence. He's slippery, this guy.
Yeah. Chris, I have a guest quote for you.
Okay.
Who said, picking witnesses that refute House Republicans' arguments for impeachment is mind-blowing. This is an unmitigated disaster.
Dick Dastardly.
No, that was a senior Republican aide, John.
Oh, okay.
That was the term most used, unmitigated disaster. And I don't, go ahead.
No, I mean, you're exactly right. This is all they've got. Here's the deal. If the Republican Party had policies that could help non-millionaires, that is all they'd be talking about. If they had policies they wanted to enact that would help your family and make it easier to pay your bills, that's all they'd be talking about. But they don't have policies that help non-millionaires. So that means get ready for a lot more stories about Hunter Biden for the next 13 months, because that's all they got.
And in the meantime, are they going to shut the government down tonight? I mean, I don't even know what they're trying to distract from. Trump's latest indictments or, right, that they're going to shut the government down.
Yeah, I think it's Matt Gaetz and Kevin McCarthy having a petulance off is what it is. It's too late now. I mean, Kevin McCarthy could go ahead and cut a deal with Democrats to keep the government going, and Democrats could agree to help Kevy keep his job. But it's not going to happen. They are willing to have another Republican shutdown because we've seen so well that's worked out for them at the ballot box in the past.
By the way, thank you for that. Rachel Bidikofer said it's not a government shutdown, it's a Republican shutdown. Pass it on.
Yeah.
And because once again, you're going to see those mainstream media headlines like, oh, Congress squabbling or Congress shutting, you know what I mean? And it is both sides do not do it.
Nancy Pelosi was 137 years old, and she was able to keep her entire caucus, from the leftists to those anti-abortion Democrats in Texas, all on the same page. Kevin McCarthy, it's always sad to see a middle-aged man who's lost control of his caucus.
Yeah, I got it. And they have other douches I hadn't even heard of. Republican Representative Brandon Williams, did you see this? Says he'll still take pay during a government shutdown because, quote, he's not independently wealthy. He then says that millions of furloughed federal workers who won't get paid should not expect a huge amount of sympathy. As someone pointed out, not independently wealthy, Williams filed a financial disclosure listing a net worth of at least $3.1 million. Williams is the son of J. McDonald Don Williams, the retired CEO and chairman of Trammell Crow Company in Dallas. I mean, are they just trying to infuriate as many people as possible?
Yes, this is what happens when you live in the bubble and you're only surrounded by information in the bubble, and the news that passes for news in the bubble is believed to be real, and then you try to venture out into the real world and reality will show you what time it is. Look, I don't always launch an impeachment inquiry to distract from my incompetent government shutdown, but when I do it without a House vote or any evidence of wrongdoing. I mean, I would call it theater, except theater creates jobs, and this is what they've been doing. It's just distractamundo all week. The week that we have the first ever president to ever walk on a picket line is the same week we have the first ever former president to pretend he's walking on a picket line.
Yeah.
Trump went and did that pageant, that empty theater festival, just to distract from the Trump organization and that his own daughter's probably testifying against him. That's all they got is distractions. They are the
Yeah,
party
she's
of
Ivanka is on the witness list,
Yeah.
but not for the defense.
Right.
But she may go with I don't recall because I'm too pretty or something. I don't know.
They were going to bring this trial against all four of them, Trump,
Yeah.
and Shemp, and Ivanka, and then for some reason they decided not to prosecute Ivanka, and now she's on the witness list. I'm sure there's nothing to read into that, nothing at all.
By the way, you being in Ground Zero in New York, there,
Buenos dias.
just as everyone in New York knew that he's just been a lifelong fraud, that this seems like so late that karma is catching up with him. But, Tristan Snell, who will join us on Monday, he prosecuted Trump University, right? He tweeted Trump was investigated and prosecuted for 50 years. He was a target back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, but he bullied and fought off prosecutors and got away with everything. What changed? Trump finally ran into prosecutors who weren't scared or for sale. I mean, God bless Alvin Bragg and Letitia James and Fani Willis.
That's it. Yes. Listen, Nixon went after Donald Trump and his father for racist housing practices in the 70s. That was the first time he ever got mentioned in the New York Times. Imagine your family is too racist for Nixon. This has been going on for decades, and when we do our big show, I'm going to premiere my new Dr. Seuss book, which explains all of Trump's specific indictments, because it's kind of hard to keep track of them. There's so many.
Yeah. George Conway tweeted, the various properties are likely to be sold at fire sale prices. Among these is the portion of Trump Tower that Trump still owns, his own triplex apartment there, his golf courses in Mar-a-Lago, the Florida mansion he bought in a corrupt mortgage deal decades ago.
Yes. I can't wait till next year we can all go visit the E. Jean Carroll Tower on Fifth Avenue here in New York City.
Or Mary Trump Tower. I saw Letitia James Tower. Someone photoshopped that today.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, by the way, did you enjoy the Republican debate this week?
Oh, my God.
Henchman Con? That was great, wasn't it?
21. Okay, can I just say, Biden got the
Great
best
ad.
ad out of it already. Hang on.
Wow.
It's just-
There you go.
And can we
Ron
talk?
DeSantis.
Can you talk as a brilliant comedian about how really awful they are at comedy?
Oh, man.
From Mike Pence trying to
first
tell
off,
the having sex with his teacher wife joke to I don't know, Chris Christie's Donald Duck. I was like, oh God, they're all so
man.
awkward.
No, it was painful. I mean, first off, Ron DeSantis. Look, I have compassion for the man. It's not easy to be a transphobe who also has to wear high heels to work every day. So God bless him. But the best part about that clip is not that Joe Biden used it as an ad. It's that Donald Trump had those deficits because Ron DeSantis voted in the House for Donald Trump's tax cuts for the wealthiest people who didn't need tax cuts. Ron DeSantis conveniently left out that he helped build that $7 trillion. And but I feel bad for him because you guys don't realize Ron DeSantis, he's supposed to be our president, you guys, really. He wasn't supposed to be a governor. Not biologically. He presents as a governor. But Ron's a president trapped in a governor's body, people. Won't you please let him transition to the presidency?
Let him live his truth. By the way, congratulations, John. You said I don't consider myself to be an exceptionally moral person, but I am blocked by Kurt Schilling.
Well,
which, that is really
God,
a
he
badge
is
of honor.
awful.
Yeah.
Now I found out. Yeah, listen, I just found out I'm blocked by Kurt Schilling, Scott Baio, Sebastian Gorka, and Sean Hannity.
All the best people.
St. Peter's going to give me the easy pass lane. I'm sorry. That's all I have to show.
I'm getting behind you. All right. Love you, John. SexyLiberal.com for Mommy's birthday. Buy a ticket to see us all either in person or pay-per-view, right? October 21st.
Party, please, everyone catch it. It's going to be a riot.
Yep.
And I'll be on Dan Abrams on News Nation tonight and Stephanie Rule on MSNBC tonight if New York City doesn't wash away.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys are getting some rain.
Oh, hi. I'm here with Sexy Liberal John Fugelsang wearing my Los Angeles Sexy Liberal shirt. Oh, my God. We have an LA show coming up October 21st. But how else could you see it, John?
How else could you see it? I'm so glad you asked. For a limited time, you can see the show live via pay-per-view if you go to sexyliberal.com. All the laughs, you'll miss nothing.
I can stream it from all around the world?
All around the world, in your car, while you're driving. Watch it at home.
SexyLiberal.com. Yeah.